I'm sure that have been many days in your life where you planned what you were going to do the next day, but when the day was over, you noticed that many important tasks that you planned were not finished. Maybe you had to study for a school test, work on your favorite project, or finish a big task at work. In this video, I will explain how to get more things done in a day by applying the principles of a book called Willpower by Roy Baumeister. To show how willpower works and how we should use it effectively to complete more work, Roy Baumeister did an experiment in which he took a group of students into a room filled with the aroma of freshly baked cookies, and in front of them set a table with a tray of cookies and a bowl of radishes. One half of the students were asked to eat only the cookies, while the other half were asked to eat the radishes only. Then, both groups of students had 30 minutes to complete a rather difficult puzzle. Baumeister and colleagues found that students asked to eat the radishes only and that resisted the temptation of the cookies stopped working on the puzzle after 8 minutes, while the cookie eaters continued on the task for about 19 minutes. The reason the first group gave up quickly was that they had already used up their willpower resisting the cookies. So when it came time to solve the puzzle, they had less willpower than the other group that did eat the cookies. Probably you're thinking, what is the implication of this experiment and what are the implications for me? Well, the first implication is to understand that you have a limited amount of willpower and it gets depleted as you use it. It's like a battery. The second and more important implication is that you use that same willpower for all tasks. Many people say, I have a lot of willpower to do my job, but I lack the willpower to work on my project. That's not true. It's not like you have a different willpower battery for work and a different one for your project, and a different one to look at your favorite social media for a while. It all comes from the same energy source. People who say that are the most likely to deplete their willpower at work without being able to do anything else. So it's extremely important to understand how willpower works. People who understand this are much more effective in life. People who understand this do their most important task first and avoid doing a little bit of everything on their own because they know that they can't do anything else. For example, in my neighborhood, there was a very rich and successful man who I never saw driving. He had hired a chauffeur to drive him everywhere. Every time I saw him with a driver, I said, why is he spending money paying someone to drive? Instead, he could easily do it himself. But now I see that I was wrong, and this is why. If by driving an hour himself, the man could save between $20 and $30, but he probably understood that spending an hour driving uses the same amount of willpower as designing a product that will bring him millions of dollars. At the end of the day, it's about the return on investment in every minute of your time. Would you invest 1 hour in driving and get $20 of value? Or would you invest the same time to work on your project and get $2,000 of value? Obviously, the answer is the latter. However, many people don't think like that, and as soon as they wake up, they do all the manual tasks, and when they get to the important task, they no longer have the willpower to do anything. So, in summarizing this book, I hope that the next time you wake up, and your intentions for that day are to get all the things done, you don't open your Facebook or email, or don't start cleaning, doing the dishes, and doing all the minor tasks before you start working on your most important task.